Welcome to our lesson on median, but this is the last lesson, median from cumulative frequency graph. Okay, lesson 1 we did just introduction. Lesson 2 we used the formula to calculate the median. Lesson 3 I did median from histogram and I gave you some work. And now lesson 4, the last one on median, is how to get median from a cumulative frequency graph. This is form 4. This is form 4 work. So if you are form 2, 3, relax. But you can follow because this is about following instruction, okay? So for example, you are given this data. You are given this data here that you have mass of people, okay? These are masses of people. And this is number of animals in those categories, in those classes. In this class 1, there are 9 animals. In this, there are that, and so on. So what are we supposed to do when you are told to draw cumulative frequency graph? It is a graph of cumulative frequency against upper limits. Some people call it Ogive curve. So I don't know the spelling. You can help me there, okay? Yeah, I was told it was Ogive. I never bothered to find the pronunciation. So take it Ogive curve. Another simpler way, cumulative frequency graph. Okay? So it is y-axis as cumulative frequency. Okay? So it has these components and then we shall see it, okay? So first we understand which graph is it. It is cumulative frequency and then upper limits. Upper limits. So that is the graph. Graph of cumulative frequency against upper limits. What does it require us to do? We are required to know what are upper limits. So from each class you get upper limit. The upper limit here is 30 plus 31 divided by 2. That's why you get 30.5. Okay? So in short, you get the upper figure plus the next lower figure divided by 2. Okay? So in this class, it is 35 plus 36 divided by 2. You get 35.5. Having known that, you can just write now 40.5, 45.5, 50.5, and 55.5. So those are the upper limits. What about cumulative frequency? So this is my cumulative frequency. So we have known upper limits. So cumulative frequency, because this is the graph that you have to know what goes to y-axis and what goes to x-axis. So cumulative frequency will go on the x-axis. So cumulative frequency goes on the y-axis. And then the x-axis is upper limits. So I've already shown you what are upper limits. So I want to show you what is cumulative frequency. You keep on adding. The first frequency is here, 9. So you keep on adding. From 9, we add 13, you get 22. 22, you go and add 20, you get 42. 42, you add 13, you get 55. 55, you add 6, you get 61. 61, add 2, you get that. That figure, 63, to form 4s, you must know it is also referred to capital N, because God willing, we shall be doing now statistics too, although this is part of it, okay? But we shall be doing it from the basic to complex. So those are the figures you need them from your table. They will give you marks. It's not for free. Okay? Now, I want to draw your attention to the first class. After you've gotten the upper limit, you must get the lower limit. So this is 25.5. In other words, we've just subtracted this. 26 subtract 0.5. You get that. Your graph will always start from somewhere. Don't draw a hanging graph. You will use mark for curve. You will lose marks for curve if you just draw a hanging graph. Now we know the table work. We proceed to graph work. So we focus our camera slightly down. Focus it down so that we get everything now. Think there it will be picking everything. So my y-axis is cumulative frequency, and you can see I can go up to 70 because the last figure was 63. Then on the x-axis I put my upper limits. Now there is this version, people don't want to start from here. Okay, so if you don't want to start from the beginning here, it is okay, but see how you write your scale now. This scale, the way I've written it, is wrong. You cannot score. Why? There is nothing you have written here. Okay, so we don't know whether this is 5, whether it is 0, whether it is -10, we don't know. But for this scale, you are okay because you've shown your figure starts from here. You have shown us you are not using anything here. So this scale here, don't make a mistake and put here 0. No, you lose. Or that is guesswork. You don't know what you are doing. Okay? That is guesswork. So what do we need to do then? What we need to know is your scale must be uniform and simple. So how simple is it? If this is 25.5 and I put here 30.5, already I've established the gap. This take away that is 5. So I have to move on with 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 each time. Okay. Here I have to put now 0. That defines my scale. Without this red 0, you can get S0, scale 0. Remember, you have not told that what it is, so that we try to test your gaps. Now I'm done. 10 minus 0 is 10. 20 minus 10 is 10. 30 minus 20 is 10. So my scale is simple and it is uniform. Uniform. This is what tests uniformity. So without this figure, uniformity is lost. Okay? So I have done a simple scale and I've also understood the beginning of my axis. Remember, scale is very important. But in a nutshell, scale, this is what guides you. It is either 2 boxes or 3 or 4 boxes or 1 box. This is what guides you. If you cannot use 1, use 2 boxes, use 4 boxes. Always you will get it right. So those either 1 or 2 or 4 boxes will represent a particular range. Okay, it will represent a particular range. After you've done that, after you have used 1 or 2 or 4 boxes, you have to understand the subdivisions inside. So this is just board work, but you have a graph work. You have a graph work which has even subdivisions. So here, for example, is your graph work. So inside each box here, inside each box there is subdivision. That is what will give you the accuracy of your graph. After understanding my axis, I do graphing. So the first starting point, remember, starting point, if I may go up just a bit, starting point is 25.5, whose cumulative frequency is essentially 0. So I'll go to 0. Then next is 30.5. That is the upper limit of the first class, which will go against 9. So you must understand here what we are doing, okay? Remember, after getting upper limits, it is very easy. You can go finish upper limits. But your graph starts from lower limit of the first class. What is lower limit of the first class? 25.5. It presupposes the other class, if at all it is there, ended with 25. It presupposes it ended with 25. So 25 plus 26 divided by 2, you get the middle. Okay? That's why we're getting 25.5. So we go back here, graphing. So I mark here, that is the 0. Then 30.5, 9. I come here, put my 9. 35.5, it is 22. So I mark here 22. I come 40.5, it is 42. I put here 42. Then 45.5 is against 55. I come and put in the middle here 55. Then 50.5 goes with 61. So just off the line. And then I finish with 63. Okay? So that is plotting. I've scored plotting. So far, if I may put here, just here, scale 1, I'm okay. Plotting, I've done it, I'm okay. Now I want to get the mark for the curve. Okay, mark for the curve. So it has to be smooth. We have to try our best. It will be easier for you with your graph book, but this board is slippery. I'll try my best. So I start from there. I come. Okay, so you can see, you have to avoid shaking. There. So basically, this is my curve. I've gotten that. So there is axis, there is plotting, there is the curve. We have the graph. The core lesson is how do you get median. So position. Remember, these are masses. These, in a nutshell, represent masses. And this cumulative frequency is position. That is a nutshell. Cumulative frequency is arrangement in ascending order. And then we have masses. So what we are saying, we have arranged these animals from position 1 up to 63. But I want us to take a simpler version. So 63 is odd. Add 1, 64, divided by 2, 32. So the 32nd. But if you don't want to divide, it is 63 divided by 2, which is 31.5. 31 and halfway. So that means the precise position of the median is between 31 position and position 32. Position 31 and position 32 in the middle. That's why we have 31.5. But that 1.5 by itself is not a median but a position. So we want to go and see what item occupies that position. So you come, you get here. Let us get 30, 32, roughly 32. For me, it will be easier that way. So 32 could be somewhere there. Okay, just an example. You will be very precise yourself. There. So there, 32. And then you come down. You read this. So what is it? If you want to get, we can get it. That is the middle. So it is this plus this divided by 2. Okay. Alternatively, the gap here is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 5 plus this, it gives me, this is 5, not 10. This is 5. Okay, 5 is this gap. Now the middle of 5 is 2.5. So I can write in red 37.5. So that is our median. Okay, that is our median mass. I want us to look at it from formula, and then we see, we try and gauge our accuracy. So I hope this will be enough for me. So median is equal to, what is it? L. Okay, let us go up again here. You see, cumulative frequency is ending with 63. 63 plus 1, because it is odd, 64. 64 divided by 2 is 32. So this is my median class. 32 is here. Remember the way we said position 1 to 9, 10 to 22, 23 to 42, 43 to that, and so on. So you can see the position 32 is here. So this is my median class. The lower limit will be 35.5 plus n divided by 2. We have done n plus 1 divided by 2, which is 32, minus cumulative frequency before the median class. Okay, that is 22, divided by the frequency, which is 20 times I. Now we come down. Let us see if we got it right. The median class is 36 to 40. So the lower limit is 35.5. We used n plus 1 over 2, 64 over 2, which gave us 32. The cumulative frequency before the median class is 22. The frequency of the median class is 20. And then we multiply by the width. So you realize 32 minus that, we can get that. So where are we? We are here. We have 35.5 plus, this is 10. 32 minus 22 is 10. 10 over 20 is a half. A half times 5 is 2.5. And what are we getting? 37.5. This would be wonderful. Wonderful. Look at this. Look at this roughly. Look at that. This is great. So this is the formula. That was lesson 2. This is the core of this lesson 4. Median from cumulative frequency graph. This is you get your n divided by 2. So this is your n divided by 2. This is n divided by 2. N over 2. Because it's a position. This column cumulative frequency is about position. We get the middle position, what occupies that position, what is occupied. So we draw from 32, go up to the graph, look at the arrow. After reaching the graph, come down, you read the median. This is formula work. It is very simple to follow this if you put the right effort. Okay, so try and do it again on your own, then get another question. Each time you get the answer from the graph work, follow it up using the formula. There will be a slight difference, okay? Let us see plus minus 1 of the answers. The difference will be within 1, okay? Remember to subscribe. Remember to share with your friend. Corona does not know boundary. Anyone who is at home, let him read. Exam is there for sure. Don't be cheated. The exam is there. Exam is exam. It can cover the topics they want. Don't be cheated. We've already done Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, and we have already done part of Term 1, Form 4. Exam can come anywhere. Don't be cheated. Subscribe. Get more stuff. We move on. We shall be the winners. Bye-bye.